The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, real life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. It's your host.
Hey, what's going on, my beautiful people? Thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, and we are back with your midday manna. We're going through from the book excerpt from Poverty to Power by James Allen, same author who wrote As a Man Thinketh. That's what we're going to be going through today. Hopefully you are well, you're having a great lunch, whatever's going on. Maybe this is going to be a time for you to just recharge your batteries. That's right. Today's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep. This is a True Detergent 101-ounce bottle, $15 for the bottle, 15 cents per wash. Give us a call at 678-851-2400, 678-851-2400. And we're also are looking to expand in Albany. We'll be going to Albany on Wednesday. So if you are in the Albany area and you want to go ahead and make your pre-order, do that so we can go ahead and get you door delivery as well. And we'll be coming to Augusta on March 4th. If you are in Augusta and Augusta, and you're looking to go ahead and make the switch, go ahead and give us a call and put in your pre-order so you can get your delivery on March 4th. True Detergent, here's the deal. You're going to wash your clothes anyway. Why not go ahead and make the switch and give your brothers and sisters an opportunity to get your business and help you wash your clothes? That's right. This is going to help you circulate that dollar back into our community. True Detergent, make the switch. What's going on, Mr. Kelly? Oh my goodness, Sierra can cook is in the building. Thanks so much for tuning in. True Detergent is also doing an expansion drive. That's right. They need your help. They need our help. They need the help of the village to go ahead and help them kickstart their campaign to bring more products to our community, right? They're looking to bring, you guys ask for it. They're free and clear. True, they need our help in order to go ahead and start putting that in production. You guys asked for the fabric softener. They're ready to get that rolling, but they need a little bit of help to get that in production. It's going to happen anyway. We just wanted to happen like now versus having to wait 6 months or so to start bringing that out. We want to get it out into the market, and then that way we can start to service our customers. So we need your help. It's a Kickstarter program. Now, here's the deal, guys. Every other group does this. It's nothing new. All right, I just looked at some freaking backpacks that got $130,000 for, 800% funded. Every other group does this. They take care of their own, and this is our opportunity. Not only our opportunity, but dare I say our obligation to help a company like this, a manufacturer who we have connections to, who hasn't sold out to Walmart, who hasn't sold out to Target, who hasn't sold out to Amazon or whatever big corporation. They are still part of our community. We have the opportunity, and we also have the obligation to do all that we can to help a company like this out. What's going on? Hey, Ron. I also got a special event coming up. Only got about 10 slots left. If you are a person that you're saying, hey, I want to find a way to leave my job. You're a person that's saying, I want to find a way to create multiple streams of income. I want to find a way to go after my dream. Well, I'm going to help 20 students. That's right. I'm going to help 20 students. I'm going to give them my blueprint. And we're going to actually create your blueprint on how you can fire your boss and how you can also put yourself in position to sustain yourself as you are preparing your way to your new dream by creating multiple streams of income for yourself. Not only I, but I'm going to have also the serial entrepreneur himself right along with me to help you develop your plan. Everybody put in the comments below exit strategy. They're going to help you develop your exit strategy. So Mr. Brother Andre Hatchie is going to be there as well to share with you a couple things that you can do for little to no money to start to get money. Let me say it again. It's going to show you what you can do with little to no money to show you how you can get money. So that's going to be to finance your own freedom. This is the year, guys. This is the year where we take and we own and control. Everybody put that in the comments below. This is the year that we must own and control. Own and control has got to be the motto for this year. All right, so we also have the Club Millie plan presentation. Many of you guys have heard about Club Millie, and we also are going to be rolling that plan out for you guys that need more information. So that's going to be on Wednesday and also on Thursday that you can sign up. That's free for you to come and hear everything that you need to know to make a $20 decision. That's right, it's only $20, but some people need to know everything they need to know to make a $20 decision. They didn't ask about making a decision of $20 when they just spent it and just went through their hands this weekend. But hey, I understand. So we're going to give you all the information that you need to know to make that decision, to join us, to walk away from the broke, busted, and disgusted, and join us on our crusade to begin to lead the urban economic revolution. And something like that can start with a company or a product like this. Here's the deal, guys. Of all the Americans and all the people in the world, everybody washes their clothes. It's just a matter of who they choose to wash it with. And I believe that we have stumbled upon a gold mine. Everybody put in the comments, well, gold mine. But you have to be able to see the opportunity before you can seize the opportunity. All right, guys, that's enough of the intros and all that stuff. I'm going to say hello to my family. How are you? Celeste, April's in the building. Sierra can cook. That's what I'm talking about. Darren's here. Thanks so much. She said, finally, I can be here. I know that's right. Fantastic idea of what's going on. Hey, Aaron in the building. Kelvin, what's going on, brother? How are you, man? Yvonne, how are you? Thanks so much for tuning in. Cookie, what's up? What's up? What's up? Coco the Red in the building. Andre, what's going on? All right, so here's the deal, guys. We're on part number 3 as we're going through from poverty to power. From poverty to power. And it really all begins right here, guys. We begin to change what's going on up here, but we'll catch up on where we left off yesterday, and we'll go right into it because this is Midday Manna, and we're going to eat good today. We're going to eat good today. So last time we met, which was probably Friday, I believe, we got to catch back up on the book. In this book again, From Poverty to Power, part of As a Man Thinker. What's going on, Luther? How are you? We ended saying that it is useless to deserve more time if you are already wasting what little you have. It is useless to desire more time if you are already wasting what little you have. How much time are you wasting on a day-to-day basis? But yet you're asking the universe to give you more time. And here's the deal. Everybody has the same amount of time that they're here today. You got 24 hours in a day. I got 24 hours. You got 24 hours. The difference is, what am I doing with my 24 hours versus what you are doing with your 24 hours? And so if you want to have massive success, you must put in massive work, massive action, massive strategy, right? If you want to have massive success in your life, you're going to have to start putting in massive action and massive strategy. That's what you need. So people who have super serious success, they spend a whole bunch of time during the day just thinking. Not a whole bunch of time working. They spend a whole bunch of time thinking, planning, plotting, figuring out, what do I need to do? How can I make this more efficient? What's going to be next? That's a lot of strategic thoughts going into place in order for them to put their plan together. And what's that plan? The same plan we have every day. Try and take over the world. That's right. So for you would only grow more indolent and indifferent. Now, let's move on. I'm on page 77. In case you don't know, in case you wonder where we are, I mean, it may be different in different books, but let's get it. All right, so even poverty and lack of time and leisure are not the evils that you imagine they are. And if they hinder you in your progress, it is because you have clothed them in your own weaknesses. And the evil that you see in them is really in yourself. Endeavor to fully and completely realize that insofar as you shape and mold your mind, you are the maker of your destiny. Everybody put in the comments below, I am the maker of my destiny. You are the maker of your destiny. And it's by the transmuting power of self-discipline, you realize this more and more. You will come to see that these so-called evils may be converted into blessings. You will then utilize your poverty for the cultivation of patience, hope, and courage, and your lack of time in the gaining of promptness of action and the decision of mind by seizing the precious moments as they present themselves for your acceptance. See, when you are in this position that you feel like you don't have enough time, that's when you learn how to make better, quicker decisions, right? Like I said, some people's like, hey, I'm not ready to make a $20 decision. I know it sounds good, but I gotta get more information. No, you just have a hard time making a decision because you don't have a problem spending $20 on stuff that's bad for your body. You don't have a problem spending $20 on stuff that brings no value into your life, that's going to depreciate over time. But when we start talking about spending $20 to do something that's going to change the rest of your life, you got to think about it. Isn't that odd? When we start talking about spending $20 that's going to change the rest of your financial life, you've got to think about it. But you didn't have to think about buying that candy. You didn't have to think about buying those things that were bad for your body. You didn't have to think about none of that. But when we start talking about doing something that's going to change you, that's going to change and do the things that you say you want, you've got to think about it. Now think about that. How odd is that? How kind of twisted is that that the things that we say we want to do, the things we say we want to come into our life, when they come, we got to think about it. But the things that are not good for us, the things that are bad for us, and I think Paul said this, he said, the things that I wish to do, I don't. Right? The things that I want to do, I don't. And that is the battle, the battlefield of the mind, the battle between your carnal mind and your spirit mind. Your spirit is bringing the things that you need in your life to you, but we repel them with our own carnal asset, our flesh. The battlefield of the mind. Woo! So as in the rankest soil, the most beautiful flowers are grown. So in the dark soil of poverty, the choicest flowers of humanity have developed and bloomed. Where there are difficulties to cope with, the unsatisfactory conditions to overcome, their virtue most flourishes and manifests its glory. It may be that you are in the employ of a tyrannical master or mistress. How many of you guys got a bad boss? That's what this is saying. It may be that you are in the employ, or you're employed by a bad boss, and you feel that you are harshly treated. Look upon this also as necessary to your training. Have you ever thought about that? Like, I am in this situation where I absolutely hate my boss. I never looked at it like this was necessary for my training. Return your employer's unkindness with gentleness and forgiveness. Practice unceasingly patience and self-control. Turn the disadvantage to account by utilizing it for the gaining of mental and spiritual strength. You're going to use your situation to gain mental and spiritual strength. And by your silent example and influence, you will thus be teaching your employer. We'll be helping that person to grow ashamed of such conduct and at the same time be lifting yourself up to that height of spiritual attainment by which you will be able to step into new and more congenial surroundings at the time when they are presented to you. Look at this. So even in the midst of all of this turmoil at the job, even when my boss, my employer, whoever, they treat me like crap, I can turn that situation around by treating them better than they treat me, by doing unto them as I would have them to do unto me. Eventually, they'll feel ashamed of the way they're treating you just because of the way in which you treat them. It's not tit for tat. It's not an eye for an eye. Do not complain that you are a slave, but lift yourself up by noble contact above the plane of slavery. Before complaining that you are a slave to another, be sure that you are not a slave to self. Let me repeat that again. Before you complaining that you are a slave to another, be sure that you are not a slave to self. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys would be honest and say that at one point in time, even if it's not right now, that you have been slave to yourself? Like, in other words, how many of you guys understand that there's been a point in your life when you would not get out of your own way? Right? I know quite a few people just will not get out of it. They got so much potential. They got the world is in their hands. They got the whole world in front of them. But for some reason, they will not get out of their own way. And getting out of their own way is all up here. All in how they think, which inevitably determines how they act, how they treat other people, their attitude, all up here. And they just will not. They got so much talent, so much ability. They can do indeed and become anything they want. But they stay where they are because they will not get out of their own way with their own thoughts. Before complaining that you are a slave to another. This is why I hate when people say I'm going to the plantation. Right? They are accepting that they're a slave to someone else. We got to change our language. I'm on my way to the corporate plantation. Well, you basically are saying that you're on your way to your master, to your slave master by saying that. Just by saying that, you're looking at it as if it is slavery. But when it may feel that way, but if we just change the way that we approach it, we can actually rise above slavery itself. Look within. You will find their repentance, slavish thoughts, slavish desires, and in your daily life and conduct, slavish habits. Conquer these, cease to be a slave to self, and no one will have the power to enslave you. Conquer these. Let's go back, because we got to say that again. You will find their penchants, purchase. All right, that's a vocabulary word. I'm sorry. You on your Crystal? I need your purchase. Let me do this. That's a I like my little vocabulary word. You know, you start learning. We're gonna learn today. Perchance. Oh, you will find there perchance. Oh, that's like maybe. Okay, I got it. It's still, I ain't know it's spelled like perchance. I ain't seen that word in a long time. This is my old English or something right here. You will find there perchance. I think that's maybe. You tell me if that means maybe. I think that means maybe. You'll find there perchance slavish thoughts, slavish desires, and in your daily life and conduct, slavish habits. Conquer these, cease to be a slave to self, and no one will have the power to enslave you. If you just cease to be slave to self, if you conquer your own inhibitions, if you conquer the enemy within, then no one can enslave you. How powerful is that? How powerful is it to know that you cannot be enslaved unless you first enslave yourself? Because you may be in physical slavery, but how many of you guys know that you can be in physical slavery and still be free? Maybe, let me repeat that again. How many of you guys know that you can literally be in physical slavery, physically, but you can still be free? Now, here's the flip side of this. Many of us, we enslave ourselves, and yet we say that someone else put us in slavery, i.e. your debt that you signed up for, that you agreed upon. You say, MasterCard put me in debt. I knew what I wanted that I could not afford. I signed the contract or the credit card, which is a contract saying I'm going to go ahead and get this and I'm going to pay out of my future earnings. But because I didn't read the fine print and I signed the contract, which I did not understand, I am now in slavery and I'm going to blame them for something that I did. Instead of saying, well, if I just become wiser, I'll make better decisions and I'm going to go ahead and work my way out of this. But no. We say it's your fault that I signed the contract. How silly is that? It's your fault that I signed myself into voluntary slavery. And now that's a slavish thought because you're putting all the blame on someone else for something that you did to self. If we cease to be a slave to self, no one will have the power to enslave you. And as you overcome self, all right, perhaps or by chance, all right, thank you so much. As you overcome self, you will overcome all adverse conditions. Everybody put that in the comments below. I want you to put in the word overcome. As you overcome self, you will overcome all, not some, not a few, not one or two. You will overcome all adverse conditions, and every difficulty will fall before you. It all comes down to you overcoming yourself. Now, how many guys will say that I'm a work in progress? How many guys would be honest today and say, you know that there are some things about you that you've been told time and time again. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what your shortcomings are. And I got to ask you this. Are you willing to work on them? Are you willing to overcome them so that you can be all that you can be? Are you willing to put in the work of self-discipline, of self-actualization, to actually overcome yourself to become a better self? Not always pointing, saying that someone else is attacking me or someone else is doing this to me and all this stuff is coming to me, not realizing that, well, if I just become a better me, then automatically the rest of these adverse conditions will fall away because I'm a new person and I attract new things. As you overcome self, you will overcome all adverse conditions and every difficulty will fall before you. Do not complain that the rich oppress you. I think we can start right there. What? Don't complain. Do not complain that the rich oppress you. Are you sure that if you gained riches, you will not be an oppressor yourself? Woo-hoo-hoo, it's getting hot in here. Are you sure that if you gain riches yourself, you would not be an oppressor yourself? Remember that there is the eternal law, which is absolutely just, and that those who oppress today must themselves be oppressed tomorrow. And from this, there is no way of escape. And perhaps yesterday you were rich and an oppressor, and that now you are merely paying off the debt that you owe to the great law. Practice, therefore, fortitude and faith. Dwell constantly in mind upon the eternal justice, the eternal good. Endeavor to lift yourself above the personal and the Endeavor to lift yourself above the personal and transitory into the impersonal and permanent. Shake off the delusion that you're being injured or oppressed by another, and try to realize by a profounder comprehension of your inner self, your inner life, that the laws that govern that life, that you are only injured, really injured by what is within you. You are only injured by what is within you. There is no practice more degrading, more debasing, and more soul destroying than that of self-pity. There's no practice more degrading, more debasing, and more soul destroying than that of self-pity. Cast it from you. While such a canker is feeding upon your heart, you can never expect to grow into the fuller life. Cease from the condemnation of others and begin to condemn yourself. Condone none of your acts, desires, or thoughts that will not bear comparison with spotless purity or endure the light of sinless good. By doing so, you will be building your house upon the rock of the internal, and all that is required for your happiness and well-being will come to you in its own time. There is positively no way of permanently rising above poverty or any undesirable condition except by eradicating those selfish and negative conditions within. There's positively no way of permanently rising above poverty and any undesirable condition except by eradicating those selfish and negative conditions within, of which these are the reflection and by virtue of which they continue. This is what we're talking about, guys. We're talking about another level of maturity. We're talking about understanding that, you know what, I am a little bit selfish. I am a little bit stubborn. I am, this or I am that. Whatever it is that you are, whatever vices, whatever character traits that you have developed that are unbecoming. And once you realize that, you understand it, you say, you know what, you got to make the decision that I'm going to work on this. Everybody put in the comments below, I'm going to work on this. Because that's got to be a decision that you make. You can keep on saying I am who I am, or you can say, well, I am who I am right now, but I'm getting better, and I plan on becoming better, right? But so many of us are so filled with pride and ego and don't want to change, and this is the way it always has been, I must always be this way, and as long as you are always as you are, you'll always stay where you are, right? As long as you are who you are, it's like it doesn't make any sense, right? For you to be 20 years old and 20 years later, you're still the same person that you was 20 years ago. Now, we understand that you still have a personality, but what I'm saying is you haven't grown one iota in 20 years. That absolutely makes no sense, right? Everything else grows but you. And then you wonder why the world or opportunities or life pass you by. Every day you have the opportunity to become better. Every day you have the opportunity to practice some self-inflection, discipline, whatever you want to call it, and grow. And the question is, are you cutting yourself off from your very own growth because of your stinking thinking? I am who I am. Who taught us that? That's what I want to know. Who in the world taught us that? I am who I am. You accept me for who I am. Who taught us that? That we would stop growing when we got out of high school. Who taught you that? The way to true riches is to enrich the soul by the acquisition of virtue. Outside of real heart virtue, there is neither prosperity nor power, but only the appearance of these. I am aware that, everybody put in the comments below, the illusion of wealth. Everybody put in the comments below the illusion of what. Matter of fact, we're going to do a couple. The illusion of power, the illusion of wealth. And we fall for it all the time. That's good, because we are programmed to want to look at TV. We want to look at everything that looks good, but it's not good. And we can't recognize the difference, right? You look like you a good brother, but you're not really good. You look like you got it going on, but you really don't. You look like you because you have money and power and fame, I should follow you. No, I shouldn't. I should follow you because of your character, not because of what you got, but because of who you are. But because we don't move past what you got, we can never determine who you are, and therefore we are bound, or we are blinded by the illusion of character, not really understanding who you really are. Because we let power and fame and wealth and all these things that have nothing to do with who you are as a human being, as a black person, as a black woman, as a whatever. The illusion of wealth and power and fame. And when we begin to understand that the real wealth, the real power, the real fame, the real fortune comes from within, then we'll stop looking outside to see someone else. And we'll start to rise ourselves because we know that we have the power. Everybody put in the comments below, I got the power. You absolutely do have the power because the power is inside, it's not out. And until you tap into your gold mine, until you tap into your own well of oil, you'll never get to the place that you say you want to be because you're always thinking that it's somewhere outside of yourself. I've got the power. So we need to stop trying to put all of these people as role models, the athletes, the entertainers, the politicians, anybody that's on TV. I got a role model right next door. I got a role model at the school teaching my kid. I got role models in my community. I got role models that are doing stuff to empower our community, but we overlook them for fame and power. You've got everything that you need if you just tap into your very own resources and you extract from inside of yourself the things that are already there. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what. Yep, that was it. From poverty to power. I've got the power. I've got you. And here's the thing. I like that, Brian. He put it in capitals because he's serious. He said, I got the power, right? It's been given to you, right? You know, it's been given to you. It's been given to you by the universe, by your God, by the ancestors. It's been given to you. I've got the power. Now, the thing is, you've got to accept it, right? And then you've got to exercise it. Let me say that again. It's been given to you, but you cannot really do much with it if you don't accept the fact that it's been given to you. If you're like, well, I don't know, well, you're not accepting the power that's already been given to you. Then number two, you understand that you have it, but you really, if you never use it, then what good is it? So you've got to accept it, and then you've got to exercise it. Everybody put in their comments below, accept and exercise, right? You got to accept that you got the power, and then you got to exercise the power that you got. It's just that simple. Okay, it's just that simple. If we accept and we exercise that, you know, we exercise the power of group economics. It's just that simple. It doesn't take a whole bunch of fanfare. We don't need it in billboards. We don't need it in the commercials. We just accept that group economics is the way. We exercise group economics and we fix our own dang on problems. You must accept and exercise. You've got the power. Woo! It's getting hot in here. So outside of the real heart virtue, there's neither prosperity nor power, but only the appearance of these. I'm aware that people make money who have acquired no measure of virtue and have little desire to do so, but such money does not constitute true riches. And its possession is transitory and feverish. Here's King David's testimony. For I was envious as the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Their eyes stand out with fatness, and they have more than the heart could wish. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocence. But when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then understood I their end. As you begin to look at all the things in this world, and as you begin to see riches or power and wealth or whatever, you begin to see all these characters that are larger than life. Once you get to the end of the story and you start to realize what their end is, how many of these people die sick, how many of these people don't fulfill their dreams, how many of these people realize they never really made a significant impact in the world, how many of these people could have done more to help the less fortunate, but they didn't. And they on their deathbed wondering, how much more could I have done with all the things that I've been quote unquote blessed with? Because what happens is we tend to think of a blessing as something tangible, but the true blessings that come from the Creator, that come from your God, that come from the universe, that come to you are all intangible, right? See, your car is not really a blessing because that can be replaced, but your intellect is a blessing. right? Your house, yes, it's great to have a place to live, but is that really a blessing when you actually have a house that you don't even take care of right now, which is your body, your temple? See, the things that we can pay for have really not much, that really don't have that much value. Let me wait. Ooh. Yeah, good old Facebook Live, man. Good old Facebook Live. Right when we get to the meat of stuff. All right, come on now. All right, there we go. Good old Facebook Live. All right, let me end it. Let's finish this up. All right. So the things that you can pay for with your money that you've acquired, they really have very little value. It's the things that you can't pay for that are hard to replace that have value. Your health is valuable. It's more valuable than something that you can pay for, right? Your intellect, your mind, your thoughts are more valuable than something that you can pay for. Your vitality, your life itself is more valuable than anything that you can pay for. But we've been taught to put more value on the things that we can pay for than the value that's part of us, right? Your friendships, your relationships, your family are more valuable than anything you could pay for. So we have to switch between cost and value. And we have to understand that, okay, well, this is really valuable. So even though if this was really valuable to me, to not spend more time in this area, I wouldn't suffer from neglect if I really value my body, right? Like I know this is my temple, but I neglect my temple and therefore I'm sick. But if I put more time and I value my temple like I say that I do, then I will make sure that I eat better foods, that I take care of myself, that I exercise, that I have the vitality to live a long life. But we put more value in cleaning our car and cleaning our house than we do our body. Woo! And we do our mind, right? I'll clean my car, but I won't clean my mind. I'll clean my house, but I won't clean my body. When's the last time you had a cleanse and just got all this stuff? When's the last time you fasted? When's the last time you just meditated? When's the last time you took a social media break? When's the last time you cut the TV off? See, you'll clean your house, you'll clean your car, you'll clean everything so that everyone else can look at you and say you're clean, but you're dirty on the inside. Stinking thinking. That's why I call it that. I'm guilty too. I'm not preaching at you. I'm just as guilty. What I'm doing is I'm trying to uplift myself while I uplift you, or uplift you while I uplift myself, whatever it is. But that's what is going on. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to stop right there for today. This is our midday manna. We still have not gotten through the rest of how to get out of undesirable conditions. But I like what I like for you to do for me right now is go ahead and tell me, what did you learn today? What did you take away as we went through this little session of Midday Manna, where we're using social media to empower ourselves? We're using a time like this where everyone else is playing around. We're using a time like this to change the way that we think so we can change the results in our life. And we know that everyone isn't serious about change, but I believe that you are, because you're here right now. I believe you've taken the time to say, you know what, I want to do something different. And from you doing something different, you said, well, hey, what did I take away from today? Because I just didn't hear a man that was reading. I wanted to make sure that I got something from it. So go ahead and let me know in the comments below, what did you learn today? What did you take away from today? What is it that you're going to change or do different? Whatever it is for you. If you're not too, if you're bold enough, go ahead and let us know what you took away from our time today in Midday Manna. See, it's important to know what you learned. It's important to know what you learned, because you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. While you guys are typing, I know I talk faster than you type. And matter of fact, the feed and Facebook is a little bit slow. Adele Wells says she must overcome self. In my trick is your takeaway, you must overcome self. Yeah, absolutely. This episode is brought to you by True Detergent. Once again, True Detergent, black owned and manufactured right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep. That's right. We're going to come right to you. You don't have to go to Walmart. You don't have to. Just give us a call. We'll come drop it off. Give us a call. That's one call. That's all right. 678-851-2400. 678-851-2400. A 101 ounce bottle, $15. I mean, it's 15 cents per wash. When we track that against our competitors, Gain is at 16% per wash. Tide is at 19 cents per wash. So we're even cheaper, and we come to you. And here's the deal, guys. We're going to wash your clothes anyway. So why not represent what we say we represent, which is our brothers and sisters, our community, right? And we're going to recirculate that dollar by spending with our own and practicing what we call group economics. Give us a call again, 678-851, True Detergent. Make the switch. All right, so we got a couple of things rolling in here. We said that, oh, I'm on flame. You have to do something different to get different results. Absolutely, see, that's right. Lou said that if I conquer self, then I will conquer all. Absolutely. What you take in is what you will put out. Absolutely, Miss Love. That's what's going on. That's right. Don't call, that's all, man. And that's what we're doing, man. So this is a daily thing, guys. I don't always come on at the same time, you know, depending on what's going on, but I'm going to try my best, and I'm committed to building with you. Then I can sit here in my own time and just read, but no, I know everybody's camera. Some people camera, so I'm not. So I'm going to come and take the time to take some of the things that I've taken in that have changed my life, and I'm sharing with you. And hopefully they'll change your life as well. Hey, don't forget to give to the True Expansion Drive. We're trying to bring fabric softener and fragrance-free detergent, but we need your help. The goal is $100,000. We got 25 days left. We're currently at 13,000, so we need more people to give. We need more people to share. We need more people to tell all their big money spenders that, hey, you've been supporting all these other companies for all this time. Why not go ahead and pull your resources together and support a company that can change? They can literally, this company can literally, just starting with laundry detergent, can literally change the game for black folk. It's going to make quite a few black folk rich, but we got to help them get there. We got to help them grow. When I looked at Kickstarter, I saw some stuff, 160,000, 100. I'm like, man, they really doing it. And I'm saying to you, I believe, and I know that we can do it too. The $25, the $50, $100, whatever it is that you can give. And I know some of you guys waiting until Friday to give. That's cool. I'm just saying we got to get this done. This is our opportunity, and I would say our obligation to show the world that we're serious about everything that we preach. I want us to start marching with our money. I want us to start rallying with our revenue, and I want us to start protesting with our profits. That's it, guys. Club Millie Prime presentation, you can sign up for that. If you're talking really serious about putting together a blueprint for you to fire your boss and get multiple streams of income so you can sustain yourself, that's available to you as well. This is a one-time thing. I don't do this often because this is really takes a lot to put so much into people so that they walk away on fire. They walk away not just with desire, they walk away with a plan, a strategic plan for the rest of their life that they can walk out. It's taxing to do. I'm taking 2 hours to do it. I charge $300 an hour is my time. I am doing this for the village, for the people who are serious. So I'm just letting you know it's not going to happen again because I got so much other stuff that I'm doing. But this is Black Wealth Month, and this is the month that we make history. So if you're ready for change, and you serious, because this ain't no seminar, no, this is a workshop. We're going to go to work on your life. Let me say that again. We are going to work on your life, and we're going to get you to where you want to be and provide you with some strategic steps on how you get there. Club Miller Plan presentation, go ahead and sign up for that. That'll be Wednesday and Thursday, where we let you know how everything you need to know to make a $20 decision. And at the end of the day, guys, if you can't make a $20 decision, you are not prepared to make a $20,000 decision. We are doing, basically, we're going to help 1,000 people save and invest $1,000 this year, and you could be one of the 1,000. But one of the things that we're not going to do, we're not going to stop because you can't make a decision. And then indecision, I would say, is ranks up there at the top of the things that hold us back. We just, for some reason, have a hard time making a decision. And it's the people that can make decisions that end up getting the people who can't make decisions to work for them. Well, anyway, guys, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator. This is Midday Manna, from poverty to power, and I hope that you are on your journey to become more powerful, because here's the deal. You've got the power. I want you guys to remember this. It takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together.
Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.